TNC understands that. They are going for the Roshan. Should be a fairly easy one to take.
Well, you say it's easy, John, but they've smoked up on the side of FNATIC and they are going to make a run in. Surfboard's available, now Rolling Thunder as well. This looks bad for the side of TNC. The Roshan goes down. The Aegis is snatched by Ahmed as well. That's super bad news for the side of TNC. And now they're just stuck in there with the Serpent Wards. DJ on a double, make that a triple. What an absolute perfect play from the side of FNATIC. And now, well, a nice style is coming out from Armel, but he is being chased by Ice Cyclone. He had no mana for it. Regardless though, you got the Aegis, you got a triple kill on your support Shadow Shaman, and you'll find a mid-tier 1 Terror out of that.
Yeah, that's a really good contest coming out from FNATIC. Nice clean kills on the board, and Mansion Trap pretty big, and DJ does show that off here, Mike.
While you were speaking, Ice does pick up a Blink Dagger. We'll start pushing in that bot tier 2 tower. Looks like TNC will go for the trade with top tier 2. Though I say that, Arbet, Rolling Thunder, not being thrown out yet. Now all Ice TP's in. Again, nice Serpent Wards on the Cuckoo. Though AU going after DJ and will be able to find him. Meanwhile, on the back, Gabby, Rolling Thunder is nice. Though Nature's Wrath doing a lot of damage and Armel finds a double. Lucent Beams coming out from Tims. It's a beautiful Eclipse. Although the split, it will come out in time from Ice. And now they've lost Tims as well. Can they get AU? They probably should, and they will. He does get stunned up in time. Arbed with the double. FNATIC once again coming out on top in a second team fight.
Yeah, it really is turning around for FNATIC here. That's some
concerning now for TNC. We're at that 18-minute mark and double damage rune, but it may break the smoke, and it does. But they found a nice kill if they could get it. The disruption was there onto Arbed, and Nature's Wrath does come through, but Arbed has managed to walk away. But Gabby did pick up the double damage and may be able to make work happen with this. Want to go in, MP, a very nice kill. The silence will be there in time, and look at the damage from Gabby. Slowing him down even further. Now DJ finding himself out of position. He will give a double away to Gabby. Now, mid lane, they could find jabs, but they won't commit the dream call. In fact, they had committed a bit earlier on. Armel looks like he was trying to set up for his team, but his team was rather preoccupied. Now they did find jabs anyway. The disruption will be there in time. Rolling Thunder comes out from Arbet, though. I'm not sure about this team fight for FNATIC. They will lose jabs anyway. Arbet probably just using that Rolling Thunder to try and just make sure he gets out safely. And that will mean a tier 2 tower in the mid lane going down for the side of FNATIC.
Yeah, that's a really good movement coming out from TNC. Again, they're trying to keep this aggression going.
He gets started with Lucent Beam, and he will do so. Cuckoo as well with the Sprout. Very nice kill. Armel claimed himself a godlike streak now. In fact, Armel is sitting 9-0 on that putt, so he's been doing a rather fantastic job. They are going to go immediately for that tier 3 push at the top lane.
Yeah, I think that's a fair move to make. They've cleared out the lane. Should be a really easy push. Going to be a bit of a hard defense for FNATIC, especially without that Shadow Demon. You do kind of want to make use of those illusions and bridge.
Well, you look at that buyback status right now, and the only person who has it on the side of FNATIC is Arbet. The only person on TNC right now who has it is Tims. So, after this engagement, if it did happen, that would pretty much be the end of that, but looks like TNC do a lot of chip damage on the tier 3. They're more than happy with it for now. They will pause, and TNC getting ever so close to the side of FNATIC. MP is going to be the first one spotted out, farming the creeps, and they will jump in, silencing him up immediately, and Arbet was not there in time. Now Ice though, he does get the split off. Eclipse was used. They may be able to get jabs, and they do as well. That's 2 down for the side of FNATIC, though they will get a buyback out. Meanwhile, Arbet rolling around, trying to keep Cuckoo in place, though they may end up losing DJ on that Shaman. Cuckoo, Arbet falling low, but Cuckoo is gone. Now Armel finds another kill for himself. They're trying to back off though, TNC. There's a lot of buybacks coming out though. Jabs, he just died back, and they may lose Ice throughout all this as well. This is not great for the side of FNATIC. It looks like it will be TNC claiming the win over this fight, and they will claim themselves a Roshan as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough fight for FNATIC. Again, MP just standing in front, gets blown up immediately, doesn't contribute anything to the team fight. It's starting to really show itself with just how far behind MP is. He's just trying to farm jungle. Heaven's Halberd, so.
Ice. His silent stuff, he'll BKB up and now they'll get started at that Roche pit. Who have they found there? I believe it is Cuckoo, but he will BKB up himself. And look at that dream call shot. It's a lot of work from Armel. He's going to shred him apart in the back lines. The jab's coming in now. The Eclipse as well, MP. He couldn't do anything in this engagement. And Ice, he could lose his own life. He only has the Swarm Spirit left. Meanwhile, Gabby, he'll find Jabs. He'll find MP as well. Arbed's arrived late to the party. The doors are closed. He has to get the hell home now before the wife finds out. But the Roshan will be available for TNC, or will it? They tried to go for the final pickoff up the high ground, but nevertheless, a great engagement from TNC, and that's a free Roshan.
Yeah, FNATIC chose to force that fight there. Ice jumping back in, MT jumping back in. Really curious. Again, they can try to find pickoffs. I think that's perfectly fine, but in 5v5, TNC's lineup is much stronger in that sense. Like, they have the Eclipse up, they have the Nature's Wrath, they have good AoE stuns from the Sven, and good control from the Puck. It's really hard to fight in such a tight spot like that.
Well, Cuckoo setting up another kill. He's caught Ice. The BKB will be there, but look at the damage coming in. He will be able to outrun them. Dreamcore, however, will hold them within that fountain. They should be able to claim their first racks of the game within that time frame. A lot of damage here. Fortification is over. They will get rid of one. In fact, they're going to go for a second. FNATIC, how do they even defend this? It's just so hard because there's so many silences and hexes to watch out for from the side of TNC. Gabby, again, hitting so hard. In fact, Mel finding DJ straight off the bat. Now they'll go for more. They silence up Jabs, and Jabs will be the target. Mel on a godlike now. Arbed coming in, but once again, it's not really going to do too much. MP trying to take down that Darn Drow Ranger. She has an Aegis anyway, however. But she's up to full HP once again, and they'll get started on the final T3. DJ sitting on the sideline for 30 seconds, and now they do get Jabs once again. That's a dieback on the Shadow Demon. They're going to find Armel as well. Excuse me, that was Arbed. And MP trying to make a run for it, but so much damage from Gabby. He gets sprouted as well. He will make it out, and they will not fountain dive, but it's GG well played anyway. TNC, they do pull off game number 1. 40 minutes in, John, the Drow strat does end up working.
You know, TNC played their draft brilliantly. We had our doubts about their support choices, but they played around it quite well. They pushed their advantage early on, and
not really being able to use that quite as efficiently as they would have liked while all that was happening. I did see a Basher coming up. FNATIC has picked one up. I believe that will be on Arbed Pangolier.
yeah, so that's going to be a bit more annoying to deal with. Arbed can just basically, you know, stun lock people if he so chooses. At the very least, get a lucky bash and keep him in place. I think it's going to be a bit scarier if and when MP does get enough farm to have that as well. Definitely going to be a bit of an issue having that long-range luck stun from the Stifling Dagger, but...
Gabby, he gets doomed up. He got the rage before that, but he's still being chased down, and now they're going to find another. Nice one from AU. Armel trying to survive. He won't be able to, though. A 1.2k crit, and Gabby's in big trouble as well. He goes down. Now, Ravage hits on absolutely everybody from Cuckoo. The buyback's coming out as well. They're going to try and chase Arbed. In fact, no. They'll go for Ice, and Jabs. Jabs falling very low and will go down. Now they find Ice as well. But what a ravage coming out from Cuckoo. He hit every single person on the map jump.
Yeah, that was absolutely perfect coming out from Cuckoo. Just positioning himself absolutely perfectly there. You know, just... You rarely see those kinds of perfect ravages, and that was the best one we've seen so far in this game. Really bought that teamfight back for TNC, just turning it around. They knew after that Doom was gone, they'd have a huge opening, and they take advantage of that, and now managing to get that high ground push for themselves going.
The Arbed trying to force the side of TNC back. TNC TNC. Not going to stop the push. They'll keep going. DJ jumping in. The Rod of Atos will come out. Nice bashes from Arbit. They're going to start the team fight. Straight onto AU. They want to burst him down, and they do get away with it. MP, he really wants more, and Arbit is holding them in place for him. They're just sitting ducks right now for the PA. MP, he will find a double. Tim's looks like he will barely manage to get out in time. But a very nice defense from FNATIC. On the brighter side for TNC, however, they do force out quite a few buybacks.
Yeah, certainly so. And they managed to take out that tier 3 at the very least, so that does open up the shrines if they so choose to go for those objectives. I feel like the next timing for TNC is definitely when that Ravage is back up, so in about 50 seconds that's when they will feel a bit comfier taking these fights. Otherwise, without that, again, they have to wait for Cuckoo to be ready for that Ravage, and that just means they play on the backseat for a bit.
Tier 3 now going down for the side of TNC, seems, and Ice, what a stun coming out from him, and now the Impale, he will only get one, but it's all havoc in the side of TNC's base. They'll get DJ as well. Can they win this team fight? Arbit being stunned up, nice swap onto Gabby. AU saving the day once again, although Gabby, he's out for the moment. They've got an AU. The buyback is there immediately, and now he will TP in and try to help out the team. Jab's just trying to get out of there. Rupture still not available. Excuse me, the Ravage. MP, man fighting Gabby, but he's in trouble as well. He blinks up to the high ground, and now Arbit comes back in. They're losing a lot of HP on Gabby with that Doom, and MP will clean him up. Cuckoo, the only man standing, and it looks like he's not going to be standing much longer. He has buyback available, John, but he's the only one that does.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough defense if he chooses to buy back now. Maybe once RML respawns, we might see that come out. I'm not sure how much you can really expect them to do here. I think they might really just have to give up these Raxes.
Well, the buyback from Cuckoo going to make them back off, but FNATIC perhaps not realizing that Gabby will not be able to buy back, as well as that Earth Spirit and Venge. They are waiting for the right moment though. MP just doesn't want to overextend. He doesn't have that BKB available for another 10 seconds or so. Just going to ensure he can find that Rax and perhaps rotate up to the top one. TNC got to be super careful to not throw these bodies away. Ravage will be available this time around though. Arbed gets started again, and Ice with the stun straight onto RML. They're going to try and take him out, and they do. Now Cuckoo again being stun locked. Can they take him? No, they cannot, but they just want those megas. They'll return to that top Rax. TNC starting to respawn, but they're missing their main DPS. That'll be megas going the way of FNATIC. A 21k net worth lead, and FNATIC realizing 100% there's no buybacks. They'll just go for those tier 4s now. DJ finding an intel onto AU. Again, Ice, a double stun coming out, and AU just disappears.
I mean, Ice has been completely on point with these initiations. Just getting that hoof stomp off on 2-3 targets is enough for them to really get that great initiation. Even without the Doom, just having two of them out of the fight immediately, bursting one of them down, forcing 4v5, really hurts TNC's chances there. And now they're gonna have to play against Mega Creeps. You know, I don't think the Lightseer is the best wave clearing hero. Viper is okay at it, probably not ideal as well. So it's going to be a bit of a rough time now for TNC to bounce back in. They still have the tools to do so. Like, you know, they're not quite out of it yet, but, you know, their backs are definitely up against the wall here.
FNATIC had a 5v3 situation, but they choose to take the safer option. They will go for the Roshan first. That's absolutely fair enough, of course. They're not their qualifier lives, but they definitely want to drag out this use to a game number 3, and there's no need to take unnecessary risks when you've got Mega Creeps up. TNC, we'll see how long they can hold. You've got to ask for perfect team fights from TNC for them to be able to push this one back.
Yeah, you're going to have to expect a massive initiation from Cuckoo. You're going to have Gabby be at the right spot with, you know, rolling in with Tims. And it's just going to be really hard with the way FNATIC's been playing now. They've spread themselves out nicely. They've staggered their initiation well. They're riding off of Ice to get the hoof stomp rather than just the Doom. So, you know, they have a lot of ways to start these fights for FNATIC. and only one way to really start it off for TNC, which makes it much harder to execute.
They'll go for those shrines.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
Shrine down. MP's illusions. Slowly ticking down the other one.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Just gonna wait for that right moment, FNATIC. DOTA plus win probability. 99% the way of FNATIC, which is kind of to be expected. They are giving TNC a 1% chance though, which is fair enough. Going for that final shrine now up at the top lane.
Top shrine is under attack.
The jabs, he managed to pick up a side device now as well on that Nature's Prophet to make matters even more difficult for TNC. At the very least, with that Lifestealer, with Armel on that Viper, and with Cuckoo on that Tidehunter, they can defend these Megas rather easily. It's just a matter of when FNATIC chooses to fight is when it's going to get pretty difficult.
Definitely so. They are pushing back quite okay on the side of TNC. It is going to be a very long time until they can get a push going of themselves. Probably just going to have to wait for FNATIC to engage into them. They have decent counter initiation. It's just going to require a lot of good conditions for that coming out from TNC. Cuckoo has to not get caught out. I think you don't want Armel and Gabby caught out as well, so you're going to have to offer your supports as bait.
Well, they get started. Nice spike Carapace onto Armel, and he's a sitting duck right now, though AU again swapping and saving his life. The Doom did come out onto Gabby, but he will be able to walk away, surely. He does. Now they get started this. Starting on those tier 4 towers once again. Arbed just keeping the side of TNC at bay, threatening that rolling thunder. His BKB will wear off, but it'll just start rolling. Now Gabby will come in. This is the final team fight for TNC. If they loses, they're going to have to play a game 3 in MP. He'll find one on Tim's. Cuckoo not playing up the ramp quite yet. Now there it is. It does hit multiple heroes, but MP does not care with that BKB. Gabby still very healthy throughout all this, but he's going to be careful of those crits. It's a lot of damage, and look at DJ. The triple impale coming out from that Nyx Assassin. They'll take out another. AU's gone as well. There's only 2 left on the board, but they've called GG anyway. What a game coming out from FNATIC.
Definitely so. I feel like DJ and Ice have stepped up their game in this one. Just beautiful initiations from them, beautiful lining up of shots and getting those multiple hero stuns, really securing the kills.
Their way down, but they were just getting bounty runes. We're sitting in the 18 to 12 now. 4k net worth lead to the side of FNATIC.
Again, it is reaching that point where FNATIC is set to take over. TNC, the timer in their back is ticking away, and they are going to lose effectiveness slowly but surely as long as they keep this game going for too long. Again, we saw one black hole coming up from Cuckoo, and I have to say it wasn't the most effective. Unfortunately, he definitely needs to keep the itemization going, keep the farm going, but there's only so much space in the map now after they've lost a few of their towers and lost some map control around the map. Good ward it's coming out from FNATIC, of course. Clear out the jungle, make it a bit safer to check and patrol. And again, TNC is just playing really slower than I'd expect. There are moments in FNATIC's draft where they really can't respond too well, and those moments were when Haunt was off, but it looks like TNC has been having farming.
Mid lane, Arbed makes the jump in, tries to get the stun off, but it was dodged. AU still running with that Glimmer Cape. Did he actually remain alive? Slide of Fist will be there from Arbed. That was a very nice slide of Fist. Midway through the Remnant. Arbed will get started on the tier 2 tower. See, not really in position to try and defend this. They may have to just give it the way of FNATIC, but it certainly doesn't go well with the game plan that they had with this draft. FNATIC really setting themselves up for a victory here if TNC aren't careful. Going to that top tier 2 tower as well. Again, starting to get that map control that TNC just had in their grasp a few minutes ago. DJ will be there to clean that tier 2 up.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh.
I'd actually come out onto Armel. Blink away in time, but nice attempt there from Ice. Of course, last game, John, we did see DJ playing that Nyx Assassin, and there were a few comments saying that the Impales were the actual Ravagers in the game. DJ showing us for the second time in a row that he can actually do a black hole better than the actual black hole owner.
Yeah, it's really just a tendency of these Rubiks, aren't it? I mean, they're conditioned for getting that black hole off is much easier.
AU. Get lifted up. This is not the target they want. DJ now uses God's Strength against AU. Nice use coming out. Arbit making it just in time. They'll clean up an easy support Sven, or will they? He's making a run for it. Korea, AU does not turn around in time. He will not find it. Meanwhile, top lane, Gabby forced the BKB TP out. Ice could not cancel lock. He did not have vision for the Doom. With that, at 2012, the net worth lead will increase to 8k for the side of FNATIC.
Yeah, again, it's still very much in FNATIC's ball court now. They can take as long as they want, for the most part, as, you know, they've gotten MP quite fat. Abed's doing quite well for himself, Ice as well. You know, DJ is working towards that. Aghanim's now just about 500 gold off, and then you're going to have that very low cooldown spell steal as well. So
Cuckoo gets caught out, chained in place, and MP will haunt in and claim the kill. That is very concerning for TNC now. They are going to lose perhaps their final outer tower. Did see the Queen of Pain pushing that bot lane out, but it's not going to be quite enough, it seems, as FNATIC clean it up themselves as well.
Yeah, this is when, you know, the map is going to start shrinking here. TNC is going to lose their last outer tower, as you mentioned. And really, that just means there's no more room for TNC to farm. FNATIC has really good aggressive wards as well, surrounding that jungle. And you know what? TNC has some pretty deep wards as well. I just haven't noticed them playing that side of the map in a while.
Make matters worse for TNC. DJ is about 100 gold away from finishing off an Aghanim Scepter now. Does have that full Aether Lens as well. That is just going to make things that much harder. You saw Armel, he did pick up a Lincoln Sphere, but DJ really cancelled that Lincoln Sphere very, very quickly. Even if they do choose to put on Cuckoo to try and block the spell steal, not really going to matter because you can just do it again 2 seconds later.
Yeah, it's going to be a really rough time for TNC to try to find that perfect black hole now.
We'll be going for the BKB up next, and they are actually going to go for a smoke. Perhaps surprising FNATIC will do the job, though. No MP found him. He has a heart up as well. Look at the chains from Arvid, just gripping them up together. There's no way they survive this, though. Armel going to go for the team fight, going after MP. Again, he just picked up the heart from the secret shop. He'll find a double kill. Now AU, he'll get used up by Arvid. He's gone as well. 3 or 4 heroes down for the side of TNC. I mean, they saw MP at the secret shop, but that is probably the worst target for them to run into first. He is sitting at 4k HP right now.
Yeah, it's really strange that they would jump an MP. Even if they get all the stuns on and chain stun him, I still feel like that's a lot of damage you have to expect coming out onto this Spectre, and that damage might actually kill you. So it was a bit optimistic to try to go for that. And, you know, FNATIC has been sticking quite tightly together. You should have expected everyone else to be in the area as well. No one was under any sort of wards from TNC side, so always best to assume the worst there.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Arbit focusing on the mid. MP will join him there as well. Bot tower is also going down while this is happening, and they are waiting for Gabby to respawn with Armel. They will manage to claim 1 mid-rats, and it looks like they'll have maybe enough time to claim 2, perhaps even finish the game if they win another team fight. TNC gonna have to make some action happen right here, right now, and they will jump in with AU though. Ice. He hasn't thrown out a Doom quite yet. In fact, he doesn't even have one, but MP's cleaning up. Mel, a nice sonic wave, but it's not going to be enough quite yet. They're going after Arbed, but he's surviving throughout all this, and he finds a kill as well. He's reveling all over the place. Tim's being chased down by MP. He's gone as well. Mel trying to run right now. He'll be fine, but the Rax won't be so lucky. In fact, Arbed's back. The chain's coming out again. Cuckoo has the black hole, but again, he can't throw it out while DJ's around, and he won't even bother. Perhaps if they dive the fountain, he will. But they will not go for that risk. Ice perhaps walking a bit too far, may lose his life, and he will, the Mel. But they do end up claiming 2 racks, one in the mid, one in the bot. FNATIC are going to be more than happy to back off now.
Yeah, and that was even without them expending the haunt, so that option's going to be there for MP in case anything does break out in that downtime. And that's a lot of buybacks also being expended by TNC, so a really good high ground push coming out from FNATIC, and it's getting much harder for TNC to really get anything done in the map. I feel like they've definitely missed their timing window here, so it's all riding on the back of Cuckoo catching them in a big black hole that can turn this match around. The issue is that FNATIC has been spacing themselves out quite nicely, so Cuckoo will have to try to find the ideal target here, and it's just not been happening this game.
I mean, it's all because of one man as well, John. Like, the presence of DJ on that Rubik is enough so that in 38 minutes, we've only seen one black hole come out this whole game. I mean, he literally isn't doing anything. He's just being there. And it's enough to make sure Cuckoo is too afraid to throw it out. I can't blame Cuckoo. You've got to praise DJ just for that respect that they're paying him.
Yeah, it's again very curious as to how that Enigma came out early without the Rubik ban. That you tend to really see that Rubik ban in the first phase when you plan to get the Enigma. The fact that TNC let it go to a player like DJ is curious.
They get the Yules off onto Tims, so Tims does have backup. Chains will be there for Marvin, holding him down. Now, Undying will commit the ultimate as well, and Tims looks like he will be the sacrificial lamb in this instance. We'll just go down though, they're looking for even more. AU, an easy target, but Arbed wants Cuckoo, gets the chains as well, cancels the TP from Cuckoo. He just pulled back as well. He might just have to throw out the black hole, but there's no... Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's not a nice way to end the game, John, but I feel like FNATIC has pulled through with this one.
Yeah, no buyback in the Enigma.
Mel's gonna give it a shot, Gabby. It's just 2 against 5 right now, their last chance. They go after DJ, but the GG's pulled by Cuckoo while they're going for the team fight. And that'll be the end of that. FNATIC, they will claim the first ticket to Disneyland. TNC will have a second chance, of course. They will be in the lower bracket finals up against the winner of the next series, John, but congratulations.
I'm going to go. What? It's black hole. What the fuck? Oh, no, right away. Let's go. Wait, can we go to the fountain? Never mind. Nicholas gonna buy back. Oh, maybe it's a revision. Say something resist now. Eric's filming here. Say something resist. Oh shit. Oh, I got a zone. Oh my god. You took one. Oh, you just shoot you with nice one. What's the sound? My cat. Oh, I think I'm playing all the different. What? That's what I'm